From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Tuesday morning. Hope you had an awesome start to the new work week. And folks, we have a First Alert Weather Day, not for today, but into tomorrow morning and for Thursday morning, as that chance for freezing rain has now gone up just a little bit. So it looks like those roadways could be a little bit slick for both of those mornings. But the good news is that help is on the way, as warmer temperatures are going to arrive over the next couple days. Will be about 5 to 15 degrees warmer from Tuesday to Thursday, just kind of depending on your microclimate, and small shower chance is going to continue through next Monday. So a very interesting pattern that we find ourselves in the middle of. Again, that First Alert Weather Day for the next couple mornings due to the potential of maybe a rain-snow mix, freezing rain, and icy roads. Just like with yesterday morning, most of the fog's up in the foothills and the mountains, but we're continuing to watch that area of some freezing fog perhaps on US Highway 12 near that Wallula Junction. Okay, right now temperatures down into the teens and 20s once again, 21 for the Tri-Cities, 18 in Yakima. Got to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Here is your hourly forecast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Mostly cloudy skies all throughout the day. Maybe perhaps a little bit warmer in comparison to yesterday, but still lower elevations going to be stuck in the 30s. But like I said, help is on the way. We'll warm things up as we head into Thursday. I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about the ice coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, hundreds packing a local school last night, voicing their concerns over the proposed sex offender group home in Kennewick. Straight ahead, we'll hear what residents had to say and how officials are responding. And nurses taking a stand outside Catholic Medical Center as contract talks are stalled. Coming up, we have the safety concerns staff says are rising and what they hope will change. Also ahead, schools in Prescott facing a critical vote soon, and its outcome could shape the future of the school district. We'll break down the levy, and it's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It's Tuesday, January 27th. Jade Elliott has the day off. Now, we do want to get into your top stories, and we're starting off with new information this morning as hundreds of people packed a room at Highlands Middle School. This was for a town hall meeting over the proposed sex offender group home, which is set to be located on 8th and Edison. For about 2 hours, people questioned the panel about safety, the decision to put the home in a residential neighborhood, and also how the program works. Locals gave personal stories and asked questions about how much money was being exchanged between the agencies. So Joe Field, the man who says he's going to be operating the home, was on the panel, and there was also a representative from the Department of Corrections and representatives from the Washington State Department of Social and Health Services. They're also commonly known as the DSHS. Many people in the crowd expressed anger over the lack of transparency by officials, saying they felt as if they were blindsided after hearing about the home just 2 weeks ago. While authorities and other officials have known about the home for several months. One woman says she lives just a few houses away from the proposed home and finds what's happening appalling.
Whether everybody in this neighborhood is religious or not, everybody here agrees that this is wrong. A 19-year-old who is just coming into adulthood, who's working a 9 to 5, who's paying her taxes, should not have to be here telling grown men that this is wrong. I think that is the most
When questioned about how the program was paid and how the money worked, DSHS officials said each offender being housed can bring in between $1,600 and $23,000 a month. The amount of money depends on the kind of services each offender needs, which could include disabilities or other needs. The panel says it wants to address the community's concerns. It also stressed the safety and security of the home, saying the offenders will be monitored around the clock with staff at the home. 5:04 and now to an Apple Valley News Now exclusive. We're learning more about the homeowners. Isabella Valle and her wife Liddy Vieira spoke with our team about their decision to purchase this home. Now, the discussion covered topics ranging from why they selected this property to home loans, safety measures, and much more. Vi said she believes in structured housing for sex offenders, also noting the law requires placement and strict oversight and supervision is the safest approach. The couple took part in the interview virtually from their home in the Seattle area. They declined to appear on camera, but they later provided photos.
So would you put one near your home?
Yes.
You would, yes. Okay. And you are parents, as I believe I've seen on social media, so you feel comfortable having children around these homes as well?
The amount of oversight on these gentlemen is so high, and I don't think that the public understands, they have, ankle monitors, there's camera systems. They are not allowed to just roam freely.
And Vi went on to say she has not visited the site in person, but has plans to do so soon. And after the interview, our team asked if they would share their contract with Joe Field, who's the man who will be in charge of the day-to-day operations at that facility, but they declined, saying it's private. And we are learning the employment status of one of the LRA homeowners, who's also a realtor. Liddy Bieri was affiliated with the Windermere Yarrow Bay office in Kirkland, and a media representative for Windermere told us, quote, "It is our understanding that the franchise owners are ending Ms. Vieira's affiliation with Windermere and are in the process of formally separating her business from the franchise. Accordingly, she is no longer authorized to represent the Windermere brand on conduct business on behalf of the franchise." Now, at this time, it's unclear if this has any connection with the LRA home, but we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. 5:06, and now to continuing coverage on the growing concerns over safety issues affecting nurses at a Tri-Cities hospital. So this week, workers continue taking their concerns to the picket lines. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes us to Richland, where it's possible this isn't the only event worried nurses will organize.
Hundreds of off-duty nurses are picketing in front of the Cadlick Regional Medical Center in Richland in order to send a message to the hospital as they negotiate a new contract. That message, according to union leaders, is that they are serious about their contract demands. Nurses say they're asking for the hospital to bulk up its security after they say they're facing a spike in workplace violence incidents, such as patients bringing weapons into the hospital. Nurses also say they've been missing breaks, another thing that they say needs to change. But union leaders say that despite months of negotiations, they haven't been able to move the needle.
It is really, really cold right now, but we're out here and there's a reason for it. And we are hoping actually that this action means that when we go back to the table, we will see a lot more movement on their part and that they know that we're serious.
In an email to Apple Valley News Now, Cadlick says that it is dedicated to providing safe and reliable care to those who need it. The hospital says that it respects its nurses' right to hold an informational picket, but it is disappointed in the choice, and it believes that the bargaining table is the best place to work through issues. But with contract negotiations stalled, the big question on everybody's mind is a strike possible?
There always is the possibility of a strike. Of course, we don't want to take that step. That's not the goal at all. We want to sit back down to the table, and we do have 2 more dates at the negotiating table as well that hopefully we can accomplish that, and we'll decide from there.
The two groups have been using a federal mediator to assist with negotiations, which nurses say has reached 18 meetings to date. Reporting from Richland, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And we'll bring you coverage of that picket next week, and we'll also keep you updated as we work to get a response from Cadlick. Following up now in Prosser, where the city deactivated all of its Flock Safety license plate reader cameras. City leaders announcing yesterday the automated cameras are no longer active and are not collecting any data, even though Prosser remains under contract with the company through November of this year. The decision follows an internal review looking at effectiveness, cost, and community feedback. City Administrator Rachel Shaw says the move is aimed at balancing public safety with fiscal responsibility and maintaining community trust. Officials add any previously stored information will be handled according to contract rules and state law. In Prescott now, a critical decision is heading to voters in this special election. It's a supplemental levy in addition to last year's funding request. Now, its outcome could shape the future of the school district. If the levy passes, the superintendent says the district will receive funding in 2027 and 2028. Currently, the levy is set at $1.72, and if the levy was to pass, it would increase by 19 cents in 2027 and 28 cents the next year. But if the levy fails, the superintendent warns that it could mark the end of a legacy. The home of the tiger may no longer exist.
Crucial. If we do not pass it, the state has OSPI. I said the state OSPI has told us that the dissolution process will continue if we do not pass it. So if the residents of Prescott want to have a school that continues to be here, it's been here over 100 years already, we need community support and need the levy to pass.
The superintendent also says if the levy doesn't pass, OSPI has indicated the district's dissolution process would be finalized by April 1st. And keep it here because coming up next, winter doesn't stop athletes, not even for swim and dive teams. We'll see how a new indoor pool is changing the game for swimmers in Tri-Cities. Talking sports after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Life moves fast. At Frechette Winery, we invite you to slow it down and savor the moment. Join us on Red Mountain for bold, flavorful red wines, a welcoming vibe, and experiences meant to be shared, from relaxed tastings to unforgettable wine and dinner events. Located just minutes from Benton City in West Richland, we're open daily, noon to 5. Come for the wine, stay for the warmth, experience the Frechette vibe. Great wine brings people together, and we'd love to welcome you to Frechette.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, spreading love and beauty for every occasion. This Valentine's season, express your heart with our stunning custom floral arrangements, vibrant live plants, elegant silk florals, and charming home decor. Our experienced designers are passionate about helping you create the perfect bouquet that says I love you in an unforgettable way. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. Celebrating love is what we do best, and we can't wait to help you make this Valentine's Day extra special. Shelby's Floral, we're more than just your flower shop.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Built for early mornings, long days, and whatever comes next, the Chevy Silverado is the truck that gets it done, day after day. At McCurley Chevrolet, we've got a huge inventory of Silverados. More trucks, more choices, ready to drive home today. Lease for just $329 a month, or lock in low 1.9% financing. And when you buy with McCurley, it's easy, honest, and hassle-free from start to finish. McCurley Chevrolet, your way home.
We're in this together. Sex and surgery all day.
Got this drive inside. Obsession.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser General Surgery Center.
I will make sure that Morgan is not breaking any rules.
Where are you going? To Snoop.
A mid-air homicide? I will work this case for free. I don't mean that. That's just something people say.
Kraken, Capitals. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is another cold one out there. No surprise there. So let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. We start off up in the Cascades, where we are deadlocked in the 20s. Also, it's exclusively 20s for the Kittitas Valley, right at 20 degrees in Ellensburg. Then in the Kittitas Valley, then in the Yakima Valley, some of us has slipped down into the teens now. 18 for Yakima, 19 for Toppenish. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, all of us in the 20s, a toasty 21 degrees right down the Tri-Cities. And then for the foothills, all of us in the 20s as well. The higher terrain of the Blue Mountains actually a little bit warmer, up into the 20s and 30s. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your day planner forecast for this Tuesday for Yakima. It's going to be a mostly cloudy day. High temperature is going to end up in the mid-30s. That's still going to be below average for this time of the year. Lower elevations mostly in the 30s today, maybe could touch 40 degrees for Connell, and then overnight low is going to drop down into the 20s, and that's going to set the stage for perhaps some freezing rain for tonight, very late tonight into tomorrow morning. But the temperatures will be going up from Tuesday to Thursday as we have a warmer air mass that's going to approach from the south. Now, it's going to be a gradual warm up, more gradual in the Yakima Valley than what we'll see in the lower Columbia Basin, but still about 5 degrees warmer from Tuesday to Thursday. We continue to warm things up as we head into the weekend, and the overnight lows are really going to shoot up. You see, it's a much more noticeable difference here from Tuesday night to Wednesday night. We'll keep things right around freezing after that. And the temperatures are going to be a big part of this forecast right here. Could have some icy roads from freezing rain tonight and a Wednesday morning, and then a little bit less so on a Thursday morning. But we'll talk about this coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Talking sports now out of Pasco. That's where the new Memorial Pool Dome is proving to be a game changer for divers and swimmers. Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable shows us how Tri-Cities high school swim teams are benefiting.
The high school boys swim and dive season in Washington takes place in winter, making it a problem if you don't have an indoor pool. And for the past several years, there hasn't been one for Tri-Cities schools to use, until now.
Before, they were driving to Walla Walla, Moses Lake, just to get practices in once or twice a week if they could, in the middle of winter on dangerous roads. So having this here in town increases our practice time. It's just been, and we have no other indoor facilities for diving, so this is huge for Tri-Cities.
Not only does the new inflatable dome here in Pasco make competitions possible, but it also makes it a lot easier on divers to practice.
Oh, it's so much better. Being able to just come here every day and get in the reps on the board, it makes diving so much easier, and you can do everything a lot better.
For Richland's Porter Williams, that extra practice time can be the difference in his performance in state competitions, somewhere he's been before.
I've been to state the last 2 years, and it's been really awesome, but this year I want to ramp it up a little bit. I want to qualify this year by points to get there, and top 10 is the goal this year for state.
With an indoor pool nearby, coaches are hoping that this can help grow the sport of diving in the area as well.
As to get the exposure for our divers is a challenge, and now we're here in town under the bubble, and we're just so excited because we all want to see our sport grow.
This was the last of 5 meets the pool was able to host during this year's boys' season. It will also help the girls' season next fall when temperatures begin to drop. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And the pool just hosted its final meet of the boys' swim season, and it'll open to the public tomorrow. And keep it here, because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with that first alert full weather forecast. He's talking if we're going to get some relief from these cool temperatures that we're seeing. That is all coming up in just a few minutes.
Maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Depression and anxiety can feel like a heavy, suffocating weight pulling you down. But there is hope. Neurostim TMS can help you regain your life. No medications, no drug-related side effects, just a proven solution covered by insurance. Our FDA-approved, non-invasive transcranial magnetic stimulation therapy targets the source of your symptoms. Neurostim works when medications fail and is the Northwest's leader in TMS, with over 250,000 successful treatments delivered. There is hope. Call today for a free consultation.
Don't wait to improve your sleep. Save big on top mattress brands during the President's Day event. Get savings on trusted Sealy support, the latest innovations from Tempur-Pedic, and the luxurious comfort of Stearns & Foster. Your best night's sleep is waiting. Take advantage of these limited time offers. Visit us today and shop our large display of Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster mattresses during our President's Day event at More Furniture.
Pet owners know the struggle. Your best bud can track all sorts of gunk indoors. Now there's a simple solution. It's Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that keeps your dog's paws clean before they make a mess inside. Use Muddy Mat under your pet's food dish, in the bathroom, even catch spills in the kitchen. Call or go online to order your Muddy Mat right away. Through this introductory offer, order 2 and get 1 free for only $19.95 each.
When you have a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter.
Health Spring?
You know it. Put a spring in your step. Health Spring.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It will be a First Alert Weather Day from tonight, late tonight through Wednesday morning into Thursday morning, as well as we could have some icy roads for those morning commutes. And here is why. We have this storm system, in fact, a series of storm systems that are going to provide moisture, but also rising temperatures, which is what is going to end up making this a pretty tricky forecast, as we're going to be right on the threshold of freezing for a lot of us, which will dictate the precip type, either rain or freezing rain, at times either a rain-snow mix as well. So let's go ahead and let's put this all into motion with Futurecast Radar. This is 5 p.m. this evening. The bulk of this still off the domain of the page, but then you see this is midnight, and it's going to be this round that could put down a little glaze of ice for lower elevations, and we could have an additional round into Wednesday morning as well. And then there is another round. You see, this is lunchtime on Wednesday. Now, temperatures will be warmer at this point, so we're thinking it's mostly going to be rainfall, but could have some additional snowfall up into the Cascades. And then into Thursday morning, the chances for lower elevation, freezing rain and snow are going to go way down, but that could still linger a bit in the Kittitas Valley, which is why we're going with the First Alert Weather Day for both Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, even though the greater threat is going to be on Wednesday morning. Speaking of Wednesday, here are those precip chances for the Tri-Cities, and you see we will have that chance for either snow or rain-snow mix or freezing rain up through 7 a.m., 8 a.m. After that, it's just going to be a little bit too warm. So that's the Tri-Cities. Now this is Pendleton for Wednesday. A really good chance of a rain-snow mix pretty close to midnight. And then as we head deeper into the morning, looks like that's going to transition to freezing rain and then just a cold rainfall a little bit later in the morning. So that's for this half hour. The next half hour, we'll talk more so about the Kittitas Valley and the Yakima Valley. Of course, you can see those hour-by-hour precip chances yourself by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. Here are the ice totals we're expecting. You see just 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. This would be another glaze kind of event if you can think back to what we had for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. It looks like it's probably going to be similar to that. The snowfall not too entirely impressive up in the mountains, and then in terms of what we have beyond this, just little shower chances for lower elevation. So very quickly now, here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. The possibility of an icy morning commute for Wednesday, and then for Yakima, dry during the day on Wednesday, but roads might be slick in the morning. For Ellensburg, this is where the chances will be best for slick commutes on both Wednesday and Thursday mornings. For Hermiston, a slick start to tomorrow is possible. Got to take it slow on the roads. And finally, for Walla Walla, the same thing we've talked about for all the other microclimates, the chances for an icy morning commute on Wednesday.
And Josh, we're still seeing milder weather than most of the rest of the country. And today we're learning that Fish and Wildlife officials are now having to rescue cold-stunned sea turtles.
Wow.
I know, and this is along the Texas coast. So they did this operation yesterday with help from volunteers as water temperatures drastically dropped around Padre Island.
One turtle was found alive about 100 yards down the shore. Volunteers were able to take the sea creature to a rehab center to begin the warming process.
Oh, and after confirming a turtle is alive, the rehab team sent it to one of 3 facilities. That is just, it's so sad. Yeah. Oh, it makes me think of Finding Nemo. Crush and Squirt. And I feel like, yeah, that would be me. That would be any of us, like with the shock, because you're supposed to, you know, when you take a fish out of water, like make sure it like acclimates to the temperature before, you know, fully putting it in there. So.
Well, I wonder what the rehabilitation process is like.
I know. How do they warm them up?
Put a nice
That's
heating,
probably really cute to see.
Nice
I want to see
blanket,
pictures of that. Yeah, a blanket with a little heater. Yeah. Oh. All right, keep it here because coming up next, a Florida highway scare that you have to see, a winter storm's icy impact caught in stunning photos, and thousands of Iowans proving that they're not afraid of freezing temperatures. All that is ahead in today's Take a Look at This.
In our house, love comes in little bites.
Mom, you do this every time.
Quality control. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
All GE appliances are on sale, like this GE fridge, now only $14.99. That's a savings of $1,100. Stop by your local Fred's appliance today and shop the region's largest Get It Today inventory. We sell appliances, only appliances.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Get a 2025 Bronco Sport Big Bend 4x4 for under $30,000, plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan, only at your local Ford dealer.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Home isn't just walls and a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
Busy work week or feeling under the weather? Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic, located on Chardonnay Avenue, is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Your health can't wait. Prosser Memorial Health's Prosser Clinic is open on weekends. Walk-ins are welcome, or call 509-786-1576 to make an appointment. This is how we care.
Kraken Capitals coverage begins at 7 tonight on My Network TV.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Check this out now. A close call on a Florida highway caught on camera and is now serving as a reminder of how fast things can go wrong.
And if you think winter weather just slows us down, think again. From surreal ice storms in Tennessee to thousands braving the cold in Iowa, Jeremy Roth has it all in today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at a terrifying near miss caught on camera in Florida.
The video was shared by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles and shows a Florida Highway Patrol trooper and a Volusia County deputy helping a disabled vehicle when they say they heard an approaching car hit the roadside rumble strips, prompting them to jump clear just as the vehicle missed them by inches, slamming into the car. The Post said emergency lights were flashing and both officers had reflective vests on, but despite being, quote, lit up like a Christmas tree, the driver still came right at them. No one was seriously injured in the incident, and officials are now using it to reiterate what most drivers should already know: if you see flashing lights, move over. Hopefully everybody is staying safe amidst some of the worst weather of the season, and while the freezing temps and prodigious precipitation ain't exactly a sight for sore eyes, it is producing some pretty memorable sights, like this surreal shot captured by a photographer in Tennessee showing a tree split nearly perfectly down the middle, likely by a weighty wintry mix courtesy of the ice storm. You know what they say, it's all fun and games until somebody loses a limb. Speaking of fun and games, while most of us were hunkered down, thick-skinned Iowans were out in droves in the driven snow, proving they ain't scared of a little cold at the 46th Annual University of Okoboji Winter Games. KTIV reports thousands took part in the local tradition, which sports a 5K, a fundraiser, food, games, kite flying, and more. Organizers say it's about getting people out of their homes to combat the near-negative temperatures with positive attitudes.
It's our motto for the weather. Bring it on.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
You saw that exploding tree. That was a really cool picture of it.
I don't think that was necessarily an exploding tree, but more like a very gracefully folding tree.
Oh, yeah. It exploded gracefully, which is an oxymoron. Yeah.
But I think the exploding tree, I think that's a different phenomenon.
Okay, yeah, where the sap just like makes it explode, whereas this is just...
Yeah, that was just a little curtsy.
It was pretty though.
Yeah.
All right, keep it here because coming up next, Pasco City leaders facing a $50 million budget shortfall, and we have what cuts may be on the table. Also building dreams one home at a time. Straight ahead, we'll see how Habitat for Humanity is helping local families. All the details are in your next half hour, but first, let's go to your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, TikTok resolves its issues. Creators experienced multiple bugs and slower load times after a power outage at one of its U.S. data sites. Company says that's been resolved. It happened just days after a deal to spin off TikTok's U.S. business was finalized. The Trump administration reportedly plans to use AI to draft federal regulations. According to ProPublica, the Department of Transportation will be the first to try out Google Gemini when writing its rules. Critics are concerned that AI mistakes could lead to safety issues, including injuries or deaths. Finally, video of a New Jersey man's robotic snowblower doing its thing during the recent snowstorm has gone viral. He says the machine took 30 hours to assemble and program for his property, including its huge driveway. He called that time well spent since he didn't shovel once. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Hannah Battah. Have a great day.
Being a pro doesn't start under the lights. It starts in the kitchen, where Factor chefs move like point guards, reading heat and timing every pass. And dietitians dial in balance, the way coaches fine-tune plays. Because what you put in is what you get out. And what you eat, that's where it starts. Factor, eat like a pro.
Meet my bestie. National University supports all her Anns. With flexible online courses, she can be a student and an adventurer. She's an Ander. National University, supporting all your Anns.
Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold. Be authentic. In a world where you can be anything. Be love. Be love. Be love. Be love. Pandora.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, today is National Plan for Your Vacation Day, and I think we're all thinking somewhere tropical and warm because it's cold out there.
Yeah, we're going this way, not
Yeah, I'm
this
thinking
way,
Bahamas, Costa Rica, something like that.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm actually going to your home state in March, Texas. So,
are you?
Yes, to see a couple buddies down there.
And it'll be like 80 by then.
I hope so. I hope it's 80. I hope it's humid. I hope it's swampy.
Oh, humid. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just as
80, yeah, but the humid and swampy?
Just as a juxtaposition to what we're going through.
You just want it after dealing with this.
Absolutely. But I'll be out in it for like 10 minutes, then I'll be taking it back.
Yeah.
You know?
You'll be sweating and you're like, okay, never mind. But I mean, are we getting warmer? Kind of, right?
We are, but it's coming with some caveats because we have the chance for freezing rain for tonight into tomorrow morning.
We got to get through that first.
Yeah, but slowly but surely, we could end up in the 50s by the time we get to this weekend. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at those big weather stories. The potential for slick roads tomorrow morning, and once again for Thursday morning as well. And like me and Jessica were just talking about, yes, it will be getting warmer. It's not going to be flip-flops kind of weather, but it will be warmer than normal for this time of the year. Those little ticky-tacky shower chances are going to continue through next Monday. So for now, we're going to focus in on that potential for ice, and it would mostly be freezing rain, but for tonight into Wednesday morning, and then again into Thursday morning as well. So first, let's take a look at some of those accumulations. 10 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 a.m. on Thursday. Just seeing a little smattering, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. That doesn't seem like a lot, but 0.01 of ice accumulations, that can lead to a light glaze, creating very slick roads, and that's exactly what we could see for tomorrow morning. So if you're commuting for tomorrow morning or for Thursday morning, reduce the speed. Avoid driving if at all possible. I know many of us don't have that option, so kind of hand wave that one, but avoid sudden stops. If you're sliding, turn the wheels in the same direction. A lot of people do the opposite thing and it costs them, and avoid hills or steep inclines. Something to keep in mind for the next couple mornings. Okay, but that is going to get mitigated eventually by those warmer temperatures, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour of news in Pasco, where City Council is facing tough financial choices as the city tackles a projected $50 million budget shortfall. Officials say they may need to cut $18 million and are weighing how growth affects city services. One proposal under review, Wilson Estates, would add hundreds of homes to a lower density area, prompting council members to consider potential impacts on traffic, infrastructure, and quality of life if revenues don't keep pace.
We got to look to cut $18 million in the next biennium. So anything that promotes a more balanced city budget is going to be the focus of the city council.
City leaders also say future decisions will focus on balancing growth with available resources while keeping the city financially stable. 5:36, and a local nonprofit is making a difference this morning by helping families achieve home ownership in the Tri-Cities. Habitat for Humanity has been building affordable homes over here for over 30 years. Crews are finishing their latest house while also working on the 166th Habitat home next door. The organization is expanding to Walla Walla, planning a 7-home project to meet growing housing needs with the help of volunteers and community partners.
We do a lot of outreach with the churches and other employers in the area to identify eligible families. And when they apply through us directly. They have to meet there's minimum criteria that they have to meet.
Habitat leaders say the goal is to provide families with stable, affordable housing as rising costs continue to impact communities across the region. And keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're learning that harmful forever chemicals could be in your non-stick cookware. This morning, experts are revealing what you should be on the lookout for, and they're recommending the best alternative non-stick pans. You're going to want to stick around for your Consumer Reports after the break.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now are sponsored by Allen Brecky Law Offices.
She was dancing moments before she hit the floor.
This killer's underestimating you? Good. They won't even see you coming.
I got this.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. Because at Schweitzer, your best day can start in the village or at the summit and everywhere in between. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
You know what's great about the final days of the January sell-off at Furniture Row? Everything is still on sale with savings up to 50%. Shop and save on every bedroom group, every dining set, every sofa, every mattress. Every single thing in the store is priced to go, from the lamps to the rugs and even the pillows. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Or make your cash go further with 60 months no-interest financing. But hurry, the January sell-off at Furniture Row ends soon.
Start the new year off right with a new 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid, loaded with advanced driver assistance features like Smart Cruise, forward collision avoidance, blind spot warning, and more. All this and 35 miles per gallon combined EPA fuel economy rating. Now just $31,930 after discount and rebate. Test drive a Sportage Hybrid today. Overturf Kia, Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
Check their new game day fit. Oh, snap! DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's Couture.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's Couture.
When you have a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter.
HealthSpring?
You know it! Put a spring in your step. HealthSpring.
Thinking about an RV show? Skip it and save some dough. At Broadmoor RV, you get real people, real prices, real service with the same great deals, no show required. Skip the crowds, skip the hidden fees, skip the show, and save some dough at Broadmoor RV, where we make camping fun.
Let Schweitzer be your next winter getaway. A place where the views are as good as the company. And the skiing is as electric as the experience. Explore Schweitzer. All days, always.
She was dancing moments before she hit the floor.
This killer's underestimating you? Good. They won't even see you coming.
I got this.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here is your day planner forecast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. And it is going to be mostly cloudy and cold, so no surprise there, but maybe just a touch warmer in comparison to what we had for yesterday. All right, let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in the Cascades, where we're going to be stuck in the 30s, mostly cloudy skies. In essence, it's going to be cloudy today for the Kittitas Valley, and we'll be stuck in the low to mid-30s. Then for the Yakima Valley, also an overcast day. Highs in the mid to upper 30s for the lower Columbia Basin. Maybe seeing a few peaks of sunshine, but mostly cloudy, and highs in the upper 30s like we were just talking about a few seconds ago. For the foothills, also highs in the upper 30s, maybe some of us touching right at 40 degrees. And then for the Blue Mountains, the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains, a little bit warmer up this way, especially for Ukiah, 46 degrees there. Okay, our high temperature is going to be jumping up over the next couple days. We'll talk about that in just a second, but first wanted to give you another look at the high temperatures for today as we'll end up in the 30s and then overnight lows dropping down into the 20s. Now onto the jump up in temperatures from today to Thursday. And you can see in the Tri-Cities that jump up is going to be much more substantial as opposed to the Yakima Valley, which we talked about in the last half hour, but about a 10-degree hop up in temperatures from Tuesday to Thursday. That's going to put us above average, and we even trend a little bit warmer after that. By next Monday, we'll be into the low 50s, which is about 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Those overnight lows going to go up as well, as we'll hover right around, if not actually a little bit above freezing. And that's going to help out with road conditions because over the next couple mornings, they could be a little bit icy, especially for Wednesday morning, a little bit less so for Thursday morning. But we'll talk about all this coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Turning now to your consumer reports this morning. Before you cook your next meal, you may want to take a closer look at that nonstick pan. We're learning that some coatings could contain chemicals that raise concerns for you, your family, and the environment. Experts are revealing which pans you may want to replace.
You would never do this to a nonstick pan, but Consumer Reports does.
In addition to testing the durability of the pan, CR's experts take a look at what those coatings are made of. When it comes to nonstick cookware, a little wear and tear might be a deal breaker, says Consumer Reports.
Some nonstick coatings are made with Teflon, also known as PTFE, which is one member of a group of chemicals called PFAS. Some of these chemicals can linger for years in the body or in the environment and have been associated with a number of health concerns.
Intact pans are safer. Pans with scratch coatings and chips should be replaced, says CR. If your current cookware has seen better days and if nonstick is a non-negotiable, CR says there are plenty of safer options.
You can consider cookware made with ceramic coatings. Enameled cast iron also lets you cook directly on the stovetop, go to the oven, and transfer to the table.
This top-performing ceramic-coated pan from Caraway offers impressive nonstick performance, even heating, and it's compatible with induction cooktops. For a fraction of the cost, this pan from Farberware offers even heating and a good nonstick surface for frying eggs. Just know that its handle isn't as sturdy. For searing, this Tramontina enameled cast iron pan is a great option, and it's also very easy to clean. If nonstick isn't a top priority, stainless steel and cast iron are also solid options that, with the proper care, can last a lifetime. This is Teresa Hope.
Now, regardless of the coating you choose, keep in mind that your nonstick pan will deteriorate over time, and never use metal utensils or harsh cleaners as they can weaken your pans over time as well. And keep it here, because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all coming up in just a few minutes.
Life happens. Lucky for you, the new ICCU Central Plus checking account comes with benefits, including cell phone protection.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
That's right. Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
Brace your taste buds. Don't miss out on the new DQ $6.99 Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket. A spicy, bold heat, served with a side of our cool, sweet DQ soft serve as a dip. All for just $6.99. Plus, try a sweet, spicy sip of lemonade made with tahini. It's the new Spicy menu for a limited time, only at DQ.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
This President's Day, upgrade every room for less at More Furniture, with sofas starting at $395, beds starting at $195, and mattresses starting at $329. We have styles for every budget. Plus, enjoy free delivery and 0% financing with no money down for 61 months. Shop the President's Day sale today at a More Furniture store near you, or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Pet owners know the struggle. Your best bud can track all sorts of gunk indoors. Now there's a simple solution. It's Muddy Mat, the anti-mud mat that keeps your dog's paws clean before they make a mess inside. Use Muddy Mat under your pet's food dish, in the bathroom, even catch spills in the kitchen. Call or go online to order your Muddy Mat right away. Through this introductory offer, order 2 and get 1 free for only $19.95 each.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have a First Alert Weather Day for tonight and a Wednesday morning, and then also in a Thursday morning, as those morning commutes could be a little bit slick. And it's because of this. We have the storm system that is approaching us off in the Pacific. This is going to do a couple different things. It's going to increase moisture, but also it's going to increase temperatures very slowly. And a lot of those temperatures are going to be right on the cusp of 32 degrees, which always makes forecasting for the precip mode a little bit difficult. Will it be rain? Will it be freezing rain? Will it be a rain-snow mix? Sometimes those margins are very thin. Okay, let's put all this into motion with Futurecast Radar. This is 5 p.m. this evening, and you can see everything approaching from the south and west. This round could put down a little glaze of ice for lower elevations. The same thing for later on Wednesday morning. Now, there's going to be another round closer to lunchtime. At this point, temperatures are going to be a little bit warm enough to mainly switch over the precip mode to just rainfall for lower elevations. But then into Thursday morning, this is when it gets a little bit more interesting once again, specifically for the Kittitas Valley. Could have another round of either a rain-snow mix or freezing rain. So speaking of the Kittitas Valley, let's show you the next few days here. This is for this evening, very late tonight. That's when we'll have a low-end chance of some snowfall. And then for Wednesday, looks like we're going to start off the morning dry, but then into the evening, rain chances picking up. And then by Thursday morning, here we go again with the chances for freezing rain up until about 7 a.m. After that, looks like it's just going to be rainfall. Let's take you to a different valley. This is the Yakima Valley for tomorrow morning. Low-end chances of snow and freezing rain very early in the morning, mostly dry for the rest of the day up until the evening. That's when rain chances going to pick up again. So the ice accumulations we're expecting from 10 p.m. on Tuesday to 4 in the morning on Thursday, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it could make those roadways slick. And so that's why we want everyone to exercise extreme caution for the morning commutes of Wednesday and Thursday. The snowfall not looking like it's going to be too impressive, but those passes could see some impacts. And then rain chances not going to be too impressive after this. We'll have overall fairly small rain chances through next Monday, although it does look like Thursday could be a little bit wetter in the Yakima Valley. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. The possibility of an icy morning commute for Wednesday, and then for Yakima, dry during the day on Wednesday, but roads might be slick in the morning. For Ellensburg, this is where the chances will be the best for slick commutes on both Wednesday and Thursday mornings. For Hermiston, a slick start to tomorrow is possible. Got to take it slow on the roads. And then for Walla Walla, the same thing we've talked about for all the other microclimates. The chances for an icy morning commute on Wednesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:50. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour, and we start with the top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up, hundreds of residents gathered at Highlands Middle School in Kennewick last night. This was for a town hall on the proposed sex offender home. People raised concerns about safety, the choice of location, and asked how the program operates. The panel included Joe Field, the manager for the home, and representatives from the DOC and the DSHS. Many neighbors expressed frustration over the lack of transparency. Officials said the home would be staffed 24/7 and emphasized monitoring and security. And hundreds of nurses are continuing to picket in front of the Cadlick Regional Medical Center. This happened in Richland yesterday, and this is during stalled contract negotiations. Union leaders are citing increased workplace violence, also missed breaks, and safety concerns as reasons for the demonstration. Cadlick says it respects the nurses' right to protest, but emphasizes the bargaining table as the best place to resolve issues. Federal mediation has been used in 18 meetings to date, and both sides are hoping to reach an agreement without a strike. And city leaders in Prosser have deactivated all flock safety cameras, but the city is still under contract with the company through November. This comes after a review of the system's effectiveness, cost, and also community feedback. Officials say the move aims to balance public safety with fiscal responsibility and maintain trust with residents. Any previously stored data will be handled according to state law and contract rules. And the Prescott School District is asking voters to approve a levy that would provide funding in 2027 and 2028. The superintendent says the district currently pays $1.72 per $1,000 of assessed property value, and the levy would increase that to $1.91 and then eventually to $2. He warns that failure to pass the measure could trigger state-mandated dissolution, which would end a legacy of over 100 years. The district has already raised about half of the $1 million needed through property sales and fundraising, while also working with lawmakers for additional support. Pasco's Summers Hub is hosting its first annual Last Mouth Standing Spicy Food Competition. That'll be this Saturday, January 31st. Check-in begins at noon with the event starting at 1 p.m. and the competition is open to anyone looking to take part, but a $17 ticket is required. Organizers say participants will test their spice tolerance while enjoying a community-focused event, and more information and ticket links are up on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. 5:53 and in your national headlines this morning, tensions continue to rise in Minneapolis after a second deadly shooting involving federal agents this month. President Trump says he's placing border czar Tom Homan in charge of federal operations in Minnesota. The White House says Homan will oversee ICE activity on the ground and lead investigations into alleged mass fraud. The president says he's expected to meet with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey today as questions and protests continue over the federal presence in the city. In your business news, the European Union is investigating Grok. That's Elon Musk's chat box on X. It's under fire for creating sexually explicit images of women and children. The European Commission says it's looking into whether the platform properly mitigated risks and followed the law. Grok no longer allows users to create revealing images of real people, and that's after outcry over X's initial response to just limit the tool to paying subscribers. In your health headlines, you probably saw your health insurance premium go up this year, and that's regardless of how you get your insurance, whether that's through your employer, Medicare, or the Affordable Care Act. Experts say there are many common factors driving up the cost. One top reason is that Americans have been going to the doctor more often in recent years, and this is partially due to deferring treatment during the pandemic. Experts say the increased utilization has led to diseases being diagnosed in later stages in some patients, leading to more intensive treatments. Experts also say there has been an increase in Americans suffering from chronic diseases. That includes cancer, heart disease, and obesity. Talking sports now, some Seahawks fans are breaking the piggy bank for a trip to Santa Clara. The team is facing off against the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 60 on February 8th. And as of yesterday afternoon, ticket prices to the big game were starting at $7,000. And those are the cheap seats. Others were posted at $25,000 each. Not all Seahawks fans can or want to spend a lot of money for the game. And that's why the Seahawkers Booster Club is setting up a watch party in San Jose, California. And of course, bars and restaurants throughout the metro Seattle area will be airing the game as well. And this will be Seattle's 4th Super Bowl appearance. They beat the Denver Broncos in 2014, but lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2006 and Tom Brady's New England Patriots in 2015. Trending now this morning, there will soon be at least one new feathered friend in the Golden State.
That's right, Jackie and Shadow, the area's famous bald eagles, have a new egg.
That was cute.
Thank you. Well, the first egg of the season was laid Friday afternoon and was quickly spotted by viewers watching the live nest cameras run by Friends of Big Bear Valley. Since then, the pair has been seen taking turns guarding the egg and adding to the nest.
Oh, so experts say the eagles are delaying incubation, which is a sign a second egg could arrive in the coming days. Jackie laid multiple eggs in recent seasons, and birdwatchers across the country are now watching closely to see what comes next. Do you think this is going to have the same amount of people watching the eagles?
I think so.
On camera?
Anytime something like this pops up, you remember the giraffe being born a couple years back?
Yeah.
Anytime something like that pops up, people are plugged in.
And Mudang.
Mudang, yeah. So there will be people
love
watching.
Little baby animals.
Yeah, they do.
All right, keep it here because coming up next in our 6 o'clock hour, Prescott schools facing a critical vote this spring as a funding measure could decide whether Prescott schools stay open. We'll have more details on the proposed levy and what it could mean for students and the future of the district. And Japan is bidding a bitter farewell to the country's last 2 pandas. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, we'll see the iconic twin cubs in action for a final time and see what's in store for the pair as they head back to China. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, we have the potential for some freezing rain, some icy roads on Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. We'll talk about that. And thankfully, a warm-up also in store. So a lot of moving parts to the forecast that we'll talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.